opinions expressed on the GFY Social Club podcast are solely that of the host and people with a sense of humor. It is intended for purposes of entertainment. Although we do not aim to offend, if you do find yourself offended at any portion of content during this show, the GFY Social Club would like to sincerely tell you to go yourself.
Oh yeah, that's right, it's Monday. It's the GFY Social Club, Monday, June 15th. I'm your host, Mike Dudek. Welcome back into the club, guys. Join the club, hashtag join the club, social media, GFY Social Club. We're glad you're here. We really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. Like I said, we're doing this twice a week. We do Mondays and Thursdays, guys. Mondays and Thursdays. Got a really good show coming up for you today. We got some really fucking ridiculous news stories. We got, of course, the signature booze reviews that we're going to be doing today. Plus, we got a new segment that we're going to be introducing at the end of the show, you guys. That's right, a new segment. We are going to be giving out an award. That's right, an award. We're going to give out a fucking award, and we've only been doing this for a week and a half. We're already getting into stupid shit. So, with that said, speaking of stupid shit, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, the club co-founder. That's right, the man from the south of the north, Mr. Craig Fragola.
Hello. Good to be back, guys. Good to be back.
Yeah, good to have you back, Craig. And we got a guest today, dude.
Oh, who's this piece of shit?
Didn't you hear the Leonard Skinner coming down the road?
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I saw
the way down.
I saw the trail of fucking chewing tobacco spit out the road.
Dip spit.
Dip spit. Not dipshit. Well,
Dean Stanfield.
I mean,
yes.
Hey, dude, this is our show. All right, we will introduce you. All right, dial it back a little bit. We're not packing a can right now.
Okay, all right.
We have another local comedian, one of our very good friends, the very funny Mr. Dean Stanfield on here with us today.
Man, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie for me.
Good to have you aboard, man. Welcome to the club.
I'm super excited to be here.
Say hello,
Super
Dean.
excited.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Dean Stanfield, a 26-year-old comedian in Austin, Texas.
Wait, where are you from?
Austin, Texas. I have
Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy.
Jesus.
And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down.
All right.
Never gets old.
Never gets
old, man. I had never heard that until my fucking
until your dad screamed it at you.
My football coach. Well, essentially my dad.
Until your dad saw your haircut and screamed it at you.
Every time he sees me now, I roll up and he's like, damn it. We grew up in a trailer park. That doesn't mean you have to fucking really roll with it the rest of your life. It was out of necessity. I've got a mullet. Mullet and croc guy is my Instagram handle. If anybody wants to follow for some,
that's right,
for some raunchy comedy. You know what I'm saying?
He really leans into that handle too.
I do.
Really.
Have you seen this thing lately? I know you can't see it on the deal, but God, that motherfucker is flowing.
I can't take my eyes off the fucking soul patch on your chest.
See that
right
again?
now.
There's no soul patch.
Show me that mullet one more time.
Right there, baby. Let me get that.
Holy shit!
Wow.
I couldn't hear it because it dropped out just for everybody else. What did it say?
He also has American flag Crocs on right now.
Amen, brother.
Just painting the picture for our audience up there.
I've got 4 buttons buttoned on my shirt. There's 12.
So
I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man. No, it's good to have you on. Like I said, we do have a lot of really good stuff lined up for you guys today. This is our third episode. Awesome that we're already at over 200 followers now. Just 1 week. It was pretty fucking crazy, man. We've already got there. I didn't think we were going to get there that quick, but it actually is working out pretty nice that we're getting so many followers just right off the bat like that. Yeah. So it's fucking beautiful, man.
Get them and lose them. That's our motto.
Yeah,
get them.
Got to get them back and
get them out of there.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So that's good to have you, Dean. Craig, what's going on with you, man? What's the good word?
Well, last week Mike started off with a wrestling story. I got a little news story from back in my home state, the great state of Maine, my home county. Shout out Oxford County, Maine. I got a message from someone on social media the other day. They sent me a video. And honestly, I was a little bit horrified to open this video because like, hey, you got to watch this.
Oh, boy.
And the still frame on the video was two rough-looking dudes from the state of Maine, kind of like if Downey's Dickerin did too much heroin. That's kind of the look they have going for them. And one of them, and just the still frame of the video, one of them's holding a sign, and the sign says, fuck black. Yeah, so it's got everything going to be like just your classic racist video,
Fuck
you know.
black? Is that what it?
Yeah, fuck black.
Whatever, motherfucker!
Yeah, so it's got like the bad grammar, the bad look.
You'll have those people up there?
Oh yeah. Okay. But actually,
That'd be easy with saying those words.
Yeah.
Those people.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know the redneck? The
You gotta
the
be really
racist
careful with
people.
that,
I know,
dude.
I do right now.
but
You cut stuff out.
I played it, and
intentions,
much
too.
to my delightful surprise, it was actually a really fantastic story. Video that has gone viral. I believe at this point it's got like over 4 million views. It's two local boys from a couple towns over from where I grew up in Norway, Maine. Travis Verrill and Jason Gordon. The signs they were holding were actually from a dude's window. They were walking down the street and they saw this guy posted him in his apartment, and they actually went and confronted the guy and like, hey, asshole, take these down. And the guy was some 72-year-old dude, and he was a veteran. So he tried to play that card. He's like, well, I'm a veteran of the 101st Airborne. And Travis Harrell was like, yeah, that's me, too. I was actually in the 101st Airborne. We don't want that shit around it. And the whole story played out like they talked to him. They tried to have a civil conversation with him to try to change his mind. But it's, you know, with when you have that kind of ingrained thought in your head, it's like religion. You're not going to change that person's mind.
No.
They're just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait him out. You go wait.
So they walked him. They met him in a park, I think, and they walked him back to his house. And he was like, he was having the guy. They tried to change his mind. He was having none of it. And then they got there, and then Travis and Jason were like, well, we're not leaving without those signs. You're taking those signs down. And the guy was like, oh, okay, you can take them. So they ripped the signs out of the dude's window, and then they posted a video talking about it. And like I said, it's gone viral. These guys are awesome. And the whole thing at the end was just, don't be a dick. That was their message. Don't be a dick. So hashtag don't be a dick. Shout out to these guys. Great story from my home state. I'm going to be back in a couple weeks. You guys probably aren't going to hear this, but Travis and Jason, if you are, when I'm home in Rumford, I would love to buy you guys both a beer,
Fucking
do some
A.
shots. It's awesome. I was, it almost made me tear up a little bit. Little positive story from my home state. Don't be a dick. If you want to be a crazy racist old piece of shit, just do it in your apartment in the privacy of your own home, and don't bring that shit into the world.
Exactly, dude.
So
Say
go
it.
fuck that guy.
I
And
am useless
Travis Verrill,
with a
Jason
capital
Gordon.
Y.
Shout out, you guys are awesome. So that's my story for the week.
Dude, that was something great to hear in this, like, fucking, there's just, the media stream is packed full of bullshit.
It is.
You don't get to hear good stories like that.
No, you don't.
About people standing up and doing what is right. You just assume, if you would just sit in your apartment all day long and listen to the fucking news, you'd lose your goddamn mind.
Yeah. You would.
It just shows, like, because I grew up in that area. It's very, very rural, and I mean, there was a lot of just stupid country bullshit like that when I grew up, and it was okay. And these guys standing
It's
up
not
for their
just country
community.
bullshit.
Well,
That's what I'm trying to change the
no,
view of.
but
Yeah.
but where I grew up, it was.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, there's that shit in the cities too.
Yeah.
But where I grew up, it was, and these guys standing up for their community, saying we're not going to have that, and. Yeah, like I said, I think over 4 million views. The video, and I will post the video on the on our website or on our social media, so you guys can check it out after. But
Absolutely.
it's pretty hilarious because they both have the real thick Maine accents, and like you got to watch the whole video because if you just see the still frame, it looks really incriminating and really bad.
That's smart. That makes people click on it. They're like, oh, what do these pieces of shit do? And then you get a heartfelt story. It's like, oh,
It's really fantastic. So you know, I am mutual friends with both of these guys for somewhere on Facebook, so I'm going to try to tag them in the link. And like I said,
That's cool.
Offers open. When I get home, I will gladly buy you guys both a beer and a shot. I think it's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep Norway cool.
And you know what? When you
Oxford
go-
County, shout out. Hell yeah.
Fucking A, dude. And you know, and not for nothing, but like when you go back home and talk to them, shit, man, tell them we'll have them call in on the we'll do a
Hell yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that. So if anyone else out there on because I know I'm mutual friends with like 10 or 15 people. If anyone knows them or you know, they'd be helping us out because they have a video with 4 million views.
oh yeah, it'd be definitely.
You'd be doing us a favor.
Right.
But like I said, beers on me, boys, if you want to do that. I mean, the beers are on me anyways, but if you wanted to call into the podcast too, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I mean, just to hear what their point of view is on the, like, just on everything that's going on,
behind it. Yeah,
because it's always good to hear different points of view anyways.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and I believe the hashtag "Don't Be a Dick" was trending on social media. Right?
That's fucking awesome.
That's
Be a
perfect,
dick.
Man. That's
is that y'all's hashtag? No, sure they're not.
No, that's theirs. That's theirs. I would love to hijack it, but
yeah.
Sometimes I'm a dick, so I can't really.
We're in right number 2, right behind that. Join the club. So.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get the hashtag right now.
Yep, exactly. So, good story, Craig. Man, that was really cool.
Yeah.
That's that. I like hearing stuff like that where it's we do like to hear uplifting things, especially this day and age, or like right now with everything going on in the media. It's nuts, dude. It's
suck. Start a pistol if you don't.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. So, I really enjoyed hearing that, man. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, it kind of made my day the other night when I.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, the good times continue to roll because
Nice.
what do we got coming up next? We do this every single episode. That's right. It's time for news. Craig, what's our first story, man?
Oh, our first story, also from New England. Unbelievable. It's almost as if I planned it out this way. This is both the news stories we have this week are record-breaking stories.
Awesome. Record-breaking.
Yes, Guinness World Record-breaking stories. This one, just the headline, New Hampshire rapper's poetry book sets world record for alliteration. And I know what you're thinking. It's not the man from Nantucket. Yes, that was the old record holder. He had a dick. He liked to suck it, fuck it. We've all heard it before. I mean, yeah, guy from New Hampshire who's a rapper from New Hampshire. I lived in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And other than like craft beer and heroin,
yeah, there's not much else.
Yeah.
Not much else.
Mount Washington, and I never saw any rappers when I lived there.
Right.
So I think he set another Guinness Book of World Record for being the only fucking rapper from New Hampshire.
I can actually picture what the guy looks like too, because
he doesn't have a picture on here, but I bet it's not pretty.
No,
It's pretty rough.
He's probably a big fan of ICP.
Yes, very much so. Hangs out at the gathering of the Juggalos.
Yes.
One of those fucking clowns.
Yeah. I mean, his name's Chris Elliott, not the famous actor from Cabin Boy, formerly known as Freestyle. That's FRII style, all one word. Gaspol.
Freestyle Gaspol?
Yeah, but now he just records as the real Free FRII.
Holy shit!
Clearly, this guy is a douchebag, and offers on the table. When I go home to New England, I will not buy you a beer because you suck, dude. You're stupid. And you suck. He published a poetry book called "The Epic Poem." Mastermind. The two things of which he is definitely not. He's not an epic poet, and he's clearly not a mastermind. I'm guessing this guy flunked out of like fucking Berlin Technical High School or something.
What record? What was the specific record?
It wasn't a record. He wrote a poetry book, and it's like the stat is actually kind of like cool. It's a 724 word book, and it contains 340 alliterations off the same word. But it's just like, so he's like, I went to the bay, I baled some hay. It's like that, but with whatever pointless.
And he calls himself a rapper?
Yeah, he calls himself a mastermind, apparently.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I know some meth heads that can knock that out in a week.
Yeah, well, he might be one of them. Yeah. You know? I guess when you work at a bottle redemption place, there's probably not a whole lot to do during the day.
5 cents a can, man.
Anyways,
5 cents a can.
Just another one reason why, the cool stories coming out of Maine, the shitty stories coming out of New Hampshire, because that place sucks. Am I right, guys?
Bullshit city.
That's awesome.
No, it's a whole state, Dean. It's a whole state. But
whatever.
How dare you?
Good job, Dean. Good job, Dean.
I don't give a fuck about anything north of Texas. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some great stuff coming out of California. It's mostly wine and women, and besides that, what else do you need? What Louisiana? I guess alligator.
I have a feeling you'd fit in very well in Maine. Like
I would. That's the most northern state.
Yeah, you'd fit. You'd fit
Well, you've never been there.
Well, 'cause
it's
they're a
called
bunch
the
of
South of the
shitbags?
North for a reason.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Do they like
Portland.
hunting?
Of course. What are you kidding me?
I don't know if they do that up there.
Yeah.
All you fucking Yankees, they're
Yeah.
going, get rid of the guns.
Do they hunt in Maine? It's Maine is woods.
Yeah.
It's all woods.
It's called the Pine Tree State for
Is
fuck's
that
sake.
where the vampire books are from? I don't fucking know.
Are you talking about Twilight?
Yeah, do you know? Please don't give me a rendition of fucking Twilight from your angle. I don't really want to hear that.
No,
Dean, do you
I
like
wouldn't.
Twilight?
But I know they didn't take place in Maine. Have you heard
I
of
didn't read it.
Have you heard of Stephen King?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Maine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got one guy.
Good job.
Good job. You got one guy.
Do they have any?
Are you gonna stick to
famous?
that? Give me your second guy.
Do they have any famous mullet?
Guaranteed.
Mullet having croc wearing authors from Austin, Texas.
Dean Allen Stanfield, son.
Say it.
Yeah.
I am useless with a capital Y.
With a capital Y, baby.
You're an author the way the real Free is a mastermind.
I hope they don't write a piece of shit story about me. So,
Yeah, and then do we have the article for the second one?
Yeah, I think Dean might actually have it in front of him.
okay, yeah, I've got it right here. Artist is, I won't even do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
What is
Why don't you
our
go ahead and
next
read
one?
that? Dean?
Oh, yeah,
another
artist,
record-breaking performance.
Another record-breaking
Yes.
performance. A young man, as you can see by the picture, artist does a 0.35-inch chessboard, unofficially breaks world record. June 9th, a Turkish artist specializing in micro sculpture said he unofficially broke a Guinness World Record by creating a chessboard on a board measuring 0.35 inches by 0.35 inches.
Okay, here
0.35 inches.
we can skip the clearly small penis joke that's coming.
I wanted to do it so bad the entire time I was doing it.
Well,
The entire time I was
it's
like,
because you're kind of hacky.
I am. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's the thing.
1 year into comedy,
he
I can't afford
sets
not to be.
sets that record. He also sets a record. Smallest chess set. Also biggest fucking nerd, dude. Come on.
If you see the guy, like
these people. We did a story about this last week about the biggest pasta thing that
Yes.
was ever made.
Yeah. The
And
yeah.
these people who do the small, like, how about you just make something cool?
Yeah,
How about you
seriously.
just make something cool and functional instead of having to make something huge or tiny? Like,
Yeah.
get
What-
the fuck out of here with that shit.
Can somebody explain to me the purpose of actually setting up and building and creating a 0.35 inch?
How about you build
chessboard?
a regular sized chessboard that's functional and looks cool, and then
out of marble or something that's like super nice. Yeah.
or anything,
Cool. Yeah.
anything that's
If you
not
did it at a horse hoof, I'd be more impressed.
anything that you could actually use,
Yeah.
anything that you can go and destroy.
Look.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Oh, look. What is that? A bottle cap? No, that's my chess set.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Nikati Kormarskas.
Well, he sounds.
It took about 6 months. He took 6 months of his life. I heard he turns back on his life and says, I
that's
fucking
a
wasted
6 months
that.
wasted. I can't get that.
That is correct.
6 hours a day to create. That's
6
fucking
hours a day for 6 months.
6 hours a day.
Can you
for 6
imagine the
months straight.
functional, cool thing you could create?
You could learn
if
to play
you
the
dedicated
violin with
6
that.
months.
If you
6 months of your
dedicated-
life, 6 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You could learn so many other things, but now you just have a tiny chessboard.
tiny chessboard.
Tiny chessboard.
It's
I mean, I can't get mad because
Not even a half an inch.
he's definitely done
It shows
more
what
than
happens when you have a tiny penis. You don't have any other time.
Jesus Christ.
I had to fit one in. I had to fit one
tiny
in. I
penis
had to fit
or
one
a,
in.
or
You
a
think I'm
huge
gonna ignore
mullet.
that?
Tiny penis or huge mullet.
They don't go together, Craig.
No, they're pretty mutually
No,
exclusive.
they're not
I feel
hand in
like.
hand. You can come reach over here with your hand and see.
Everyone in this room is now done for having this.
Please don't do that. That is just making.
Well, that's great stuff. So the guy sets a world record. So we have 2 world record stories.
Yes.
One for alliteration.
And one for his smallest chess set ever built.
What if he picks up chicks with that?
This is the most ridiculous thing ever, man.
Yeah, it's right up there.
God, it must be a slow news day, huh? slow
nothing
news
else.
day.
This is nothing
you
else.
know. But hey, that's all right because that was still our news, guys. So we appreciate you listening to our news stories. So since we have Dean in the studio, this is where we like to get to know our interviewee.
Oh.
Yeah. So Dean, you said you're a comedian here in Austin. How long have you been a comedian?
With that finger. I've been a comedian for fully officially a year and a half.
No shit.
How long have you been
What have we
pretending
got
to be a
here?
comedian?
Oh, fucking years, bro. It's like came out of the womb. I was like, hey, doctors, how you going?
So now, where'd you say?
Don't touch my mom like that.
Where are you originally
Take my
from?
mom's vagina, please.
Oh, hey, somebody open a window. It's drafty in here.
Well, we were talking the other day, and you mentioned that you're from Padre, right?
Yeah, I graduated high school in Los Fresnos, Texas, which is the town just up north from South Padre Island.
Okay, cool. What made you want to
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Well, you're from Maine. You're from the opposite side of the country, so no, this isn't it.
How dare you?
How dare you?
So
What's
we were talking the other day, and you said you're from Padre, and what made you want to get into comedy?
Do you want to go deep, or you want to just go?
Yeah.
I like dick jokes. No. So I saw my dad. Actually, I saw my dad when I was 9
when did it
years
start?
old. Yeah. I can honestly attribute it to I was 9 years old. I was watching my dad do. It was Christmas morning, and my dad got Rodney Carrington's Christmas. For Christmas he got his comedy special, and they locked us out of the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are they doing in there that they're having so much fun? And I snuck back through my window, and I walked down the hallway.
Yeah.
And I looked into the living room, and I saw them all crying with laughter. And I was like, you know what? I don't see my dad laugh that much.
No.
And I want to make him laugh.
Okay, I think the bigger story is your dad locked you out of the house on Christmas. How much of a piece of shit is your dad?
Pretty big, man. I got a mullet, bro. We had a trailer.
Jesus
it wasn't even that hard to get into.
Yeah, you know, it's
Listen,
Christmas.
we don't even lock our doors at night. So I was like,
You locked me out of the house.
there were so many days that I got back from summer vacation. I was in summer vacation.
What'd you
and
get?
I would
Were
just,
you
my dad would get home. My dad would get home, and he'd be like, listen, you go outside and play. And I would go play outside all day long. And then at noon, he would put a little glass of Kool-Aid and a sandwich outside. And if the dogs got to it before me, well, the dogs got to it before me.
I'm assuming inside he was smashing your stepmom, because I'm also assuming that he has killed your real mom at some point and buried her somewhere.
They never married. I was
She fell down a well, you know.
I was an
You know how
baby in
bitches
college.
be, always being around wells and shit.
Dude, your impression of my dad is fucking spot on.
Yeah.
I was an O baby in college. But yeah, no, since then I was always like, it amazed me how Rodney Carrington could make people laugh and be, you know.
So do you ever hope to make people laugh like that someday?
I wish I could. Yeah. It's
You go to make people laugh like Rodney Carrington?
Not right now. No. Have you heard of Rodney Carrington?
Yeah, he sucks.
No, he doesn't. You take that back, you dirty rat fucking Maine people. I don't know the state of Maine, but I know it's gonna hurt you. Maine's a piece of shit. I don't know how to affect you people. You just your lives suck so bad that it's hard to make fun of you. He sucks so bad. No, yeah.
The entire state of Maine now loves Dean Stanfield.
Yeah, after the great stories that I just heard came out of that fucking place. So yeah, anything else? I mean, that's the reason I got into comedy.
Nice, because of Rodney Carrington. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, hey man, that's
Making my dad laugh, and I was like, man, I don't see him laugh
I get
a lot,
into
you know?
comedy.
So,
Every Christmas, my loving parents would
because heroin didn't work out.
would wake me up and get me presents, and for me and all my brothers. And
Well, look how
then they'd make
look
us-
at what happened
then
to
they'd make
you, and
us
look what happened to me.
breakfast
We're in the same
and-
place, buddy. So whatever you're going with that story, we end up in the
Yeah,
same
you know,
place.
and then on my birthday, he'd lock me in the garage and beat me with a 2x4. So
Is that your main accent?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
They fucking so annoying, the northern accents. What's going on, man?
Well, it depends on what northern accent you're talking about.
Yeah,
you're
because
talking
yours. I just found out that your people just dumped.
Easy with that.
No, it's because it's towards you. It's an audio podcast. You can't tell. Mike is very white.
When you
he
say
is very
you
white.
people,
The Boston people.
He's
the people
not from
fucking
Boston. He's not from Boston. He's
Is he
from
not from
Maine.
Boston?
He's from Maine.
Oh, y'all both
Jesus
from Maine?
Christ.
He says he's from Boston. Like you attribute yourself to. You grew up a lot in Boston. You spent a lot of time in Boston, right?
Yeah, no, I
heard you
lived in
people
Boston,
just-
and yeah, I mean, I wasn't born in Maine, but like, yeah, I was.
You grew up in Boston.
I went to high school in Maine, but I lived in Boston too.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing.
Y'all didn't like the river that was there, so you just dumped dirt in it until it became not a
Are
river.
you talking about the Charles River?
Love that dirty water.
Dirty water.
I wish y'all could see his dance
Boston,
moves.
you're
Oh
my
my God.
home.
His nipples are poking out of his shirt. It's so attractive.
I can't see your nipples because your chest is so covered
Because I'm
with
a
gross
man.
pubic hair.
And it's
So long, you Hey, boys.
Some of those work so well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I was anything else? You know, I don't know how to talk about myself.
Yeah, I don't really know how to interview people either. I'm not a good interviewer, so. But well, it's good, man. Well, we're actually glad that you're on the podcast. We appreciate it. We like hanging out. What's up?
No, I was gonna say the other thing was I was doing rodeo, so I did.
You did rodeo?
Yeah. I rode.
How did you leave that out?
Yeah, I know, right? So this is.
He was just a rodeo clown. That's
No. I did.
By the way, guys, I forgot that I used to do rodeo.
So I don't. It's like not like a humble brag, but I rode bulls, bareback, and saddle bronc. I didn't do any roping.
You rode bulls bareback?
No, I rode bulls.
So you had sex with bulls
horse riding.
condom?
There's bareback horse riding. You always ride bulls bareback, but there's two different categories of horse.
There is a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, he had sex with bulls.
So there's bareback horse riding, and then there's a saddle bronc, and I did all three. And there was one point I remember. So the way you do rodeos, you show up and it's like a 3-hour event, but my event is only 8 seconds, right? So I only have to ride that bull for 8 seconds. It's only I have to pay attention to. So after you set up your gear, it's just your rope. You rosin up your rope. You get ready, and then you just sit in the back and bullshit. You know, you don't want to drink beer before you deal, so you're just sitting back there bullshitting. So I would just do. I think
I'd want to drink beer before I rode a wild bull.
No, you got to be on top of your senses. You want to be fucked up while you're riding a bull so it can mess you up? No. Especially,
I want to be fucked up for when it definitely does mess me up.
It doesn't. Just if you handle your shit right, you can get out of there. And so, anyway, I'm in the back and I'm telling like stories behind the chutes, and like I'm always just cracking jokes and laughing and doing shit. And then the guy that's running the rodeo comes up and he goes, "Hey, what asshole is Dean Stanfield? We've already called his name like 3 times." And I was like, "Oh, it's me." And he was like, "Yeah, of course it's you. Fucking pay attention. You're here for a rodeo, not to make people laugh." And I was like, "Oh yeah, my bad." I ran up there, hopped on my bull, did my ride, got off, and on the ride, I got fucking thrown way up in the air, and it was like I got off. I remember got off. The story I tell in my joke is that in the air I realized that maybe
how easy was it for you to get
dangerous. 8 seconds. It's so great to eat. So easy to. If you ever done barebacking, and so I got off and I realized like one of the guys, the rodeo guy. I didn't have a great ride, and the guy walked up and he was like, "Hey man, maybe you should fucking try to be a comedian instead of doing rodeo. Maybe that's a little better adventure for you."
Well,
so he got into comedy because a rodeo clown told him to, and because his dad locked him out of the house on Christmas. I thought just being a drug addict was a sad story. I think Dean actually wins that one.
Looks like you win the polite. He wins the polite supremacy award.
Yeah,
the polite supremacy.
Yeah. I didn't even know we were doing that award, but yeah, it's Dean. It's definitely Dean.
I don't even know about it. Oh man, I'd like to thank my dad for this. I'd like to thank all the people that were there for me.
I'd like to thank people, all the people in my life that neglected me.
So everybody, mom, grandma, great grandma.
You should really thank the person who talked you into fucking growing out that terrible mullet.
Oh, dude, this thing is so sexy. What are you talking about? You can't see it on the throat, but I mean, it's there. They're being a bit honest.
We will put a picture up of Dean.
So fucking gorgeous. Oh, that's gonna be so edited.
Yeah, we'll put a picture up of Dean on our Facebook page so you guys can have a good look since you're listening. So that way, when you listen to this, you can actually see what this douchebag looks like.
I said a caricature. I got a real good buddy of mine that does caricature art. Whatever.
Caricature?
There it is.
Okay.
Well, what's that? Say that one more time.
Caricature.
Today, Junior.
So I said a buddy of mine because I'm trying to do some merch, and I got him to say, I told him my idea. I said, I want you to take a drawing of me, and then I want you to put an alligator trying to get at my Crocs, and I'm kicking him away. I'm standing on a log and I'm fishing at the same time.
Jesus, what was that? Was that your grandfather on your 18th birthday, and that's the other reason you got into comedy? Or is that a true story?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, me and Pappy used to go croc hunting. And
we did. Yeah, I mean, it was a real thing.
He'd use me as bait. Amos Moses, that song is actually about me.
Amos Moses was a Cajun. He lived by himself in a swamp.
All right, well, that's our friend Dean. We'll put Dean's.
What's your social medias?
We'll put his social media out there, but go ahead and plug that.
Yeah, it's Mullet and Croc Guy on Instagram. Of course it is. Dean A. Stans on Instagram as well. And then Facebook is Dean Allen Stanfield.
Nice.
Dean also has a podcast called Pack in a Can with Dean Stanfield. I've actually done it.
Yeah.
Clearly the best episode he's ever done.
That's clearly debatable. That was a fucking dumpster fire.
Well,
no, it was a really
through
great
no fault
time.
of my own.
No, for sure not. For sure not at all.
It's really Dean. Despite how he comes off on this podcast, he's actually a really somewhat intelligent person and a good interviewer. Yeah. And he has a bunch of good episodes on there. I know. Andre Ricks, hilarious comic.
James Kerrigan,
Jimmy Kerrigan, Dave
honestly,
J.
What I want to make it is, if you want to see a good comedian in Austin, if you want to see what the Austin comedy scene looks like. I'd like to make a podcast where I just interview the best comedians in Austin.
Well, I kind of feel like you're on your way to doing that right now. But you guys should definitely check that out because it's a really fun podcast to do, and they come out really well.
Where can we get that podcast?
You can find that podcast on YouTube and Facebook. It'll be up on Spotify as of next week.
We will also post links to Dean's podcast as well.
Right,
sounds good.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate that.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah. That's what we do. Grow that community, man. You guys thirsty?
Oh, dude, I'm so thirsty, bro.
Well, I mean, I've been thirsty.
You've been thirsty? Not enough Budweisers? Well, it's funny you mention that because this is going to be a staple segment. And I don't know how you guys feeling. You guys feel like it's
Tonight we're getting fucked up. We all got wasted.
I want to try to put I don't know if this is relevant or not, but we have a show tonight.
We do.
We're doing a first show out of the quarantine. My first show. Your first show.
You guys are doing a show on Sunday. Yeah. This is a Monday podcast, so don't pull back the curtain too much here.
A little too much.
We had a show yesterday, and I don't want to get too fucked up. God damn it. That's why you don't let me come on. You gotta tell me shit. We get it.
Yeah, so we got these beers in here, guys.
Fucking hey, dude.
Altstadt Brewery. They're out of Fredericksburg, Texas.
Beautiful.
Have you guys ever been to Fredericksburg?
I've spent a good long weekend in Fredericksburg.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
I think I will be very close to Fredericksburg next weekend when I'm having a going away party for Jimmy Kerrigan.
Nice.
We got an Airbnb out in the country.
It's cool, man. It's like
I think we're gonna be close to that.
Where's that invite?
Well, for those of you who've never been to Fredericksburg, Texas, the best way to describe it, it's like a German town. What did I miss?
I really want to.
He was like, "Oh, thanks for the invite." I was like, "You can't come."
And I said, "I know."
Yeah.
I wish I was in that inner circle.
Yeah.
It's a German town.
It's a German town.
It is. No, a bunch of great wineries.
Is it one of those German towns that they have in like Chile, where like?
No, it's not because the Nazis moved in. Don't say that about Fredericksburg.
Okay, well,
I don't need your main conspiracies coming in here.
Fucking Nazis.
Fucking Nazis.
It's a really cool town, man. Yeah, it's very German. They've got they do Oktoberfest there, like a huge Oktoberfest.
I think I've actually heard that one of the biggest Oktoberfest celebrations is actually San Marcos.
San Marcos, Texas.
They have a huge
I believe
one.
it.
The place burned down last year.
San Marcos burned down last year?
I think the tent caught on fire. It was a huge disaster.
I don't know. I was gonna say I was doing open mic. I love San Marcos.
Oh, San Marcos.
Yeah, San Marcos is fun.
I feel like San Marcos is like
girls,
what
guys.
Austin really wants to be.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Shout out San Marcos.
Fuck yeah, San Marcos. I'm actually going to be heading down that way on Tuesday. So, yeah, though, Fredericksburg, though, like this beer, I've actually, now it's called Altstadt Hefeweizen. Okay. It's actually got a fucking textured can, too. Can you believe?
Yeah.
Run your fingers on it?
Yeah.
It's got like, awesome. It's pretty neat, right?
Is that there's two hogs on it? There's two hogs fighting over a shield.
Yeah. Well, it's German.
I'm not a fan.
Germans are weird.
Yeah, they got some crazy shit going on. I'm not a fan of Hefeweizen's. When you told me that we're trying this today,
we are doing.
I was like, I don't like Hefeweizen's. You know what? This is crisp and delightful.
It is. It's quite refreshing, isn't it? Especially when it's cold.
Fucking Nazis.
That actually is very well. Yeah, I'm not a big Hefeweizen guy either.
No,
but I used to drink like Heffenreffer, which was a Hef, I believe. Sounds like it was, but it was like cheap in a like you buy them in 40s in green bottles, and that.
Sure.
This is actually. I mean. It ain't Budweiser, but it's pretty good.
There it is. It's not Budweiser, but it'll do, right?
But it'll do in a pinch.
Fuck yeah. So it's Altstadt Brewery. It's based out of Fredericksburg, Texas. Nice purple can. Textured can. Hefeweizen. So it's Hefeweizen's unfiltered, I believe, isn't it? Is it unfiltered?
I think that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
There's different like a frothy taste to it that I usually don't like.
The
it tastes
varied
like
style classic.
bananas. I don't know why it always makes me taste like bananas.
Yeah. That's fucking weird, dude.
I know. That might just be a me thing.
Yes, banana.
I also dip, so my fucking taste buds are fucking shot.
This is true. 5.2% alcohol by volume. Quite delicious, actually. It's got the
Very refreshing.
Yeah. I don't. This would probably taste like shit warm. Obviously, I mean, there's some beers I can drink.
They
warm.
did fuck up. They said immersed in German history.
Oh boy,
immersed in German history.
That's a little problematic.
Fucking Nazis.
So yeah. This is.
Did you see that the Germans had like 50,000 people at a protest protesting American racism and police
They
brutality?
did not.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They can go get fucking bent. That's like Justin Bieber getting caught for that. Did you hear about that?
No.
I don't want to just bring this up
Justin Bieber's
on
a
a deal.
Nazi?
No. This is bad. So I can't tell the joke that he told, but he was virtue signal calling out people. He was like, "Hey man, you celebrity, you." Like he was called out like 5 celebrities. He was like, "I see that you're not doing anything."
Did he say the N-word?
Anything.
I did hear about this.
And then when he was 12, he was doing an interview. And he
Yeah.
goes, hey, I'm just going to start the. I mean, it's a just god awful joke.
Well, he was.
And he
well,
goes,
first of all you have to say
okay,
is he
well,
was
here's
12.
the deal. Don't virtue signal if you're going to say something racist, because he starts saying like, hey, you know a good joke? He said, yeah. Why do African American people not like chainsaws?
But I'm guessing he didn't say African American people.
He didn't. And then he said the thing that makes that joke the joke, and it is god awful. And then
Yeah.
so the celebrity replied with that. The celebrity replied with, yeah, okay, you're virtue signaling here. What do you think about when you said this thing?
Was he 12 years old?
No, yeah, he was 12 years old. Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If
No,
you're gonna- you
no,
can't
dude,
virtue
it
signal.
matters. He was
You need to
12
shut
years-
up.
he was 12
You need
years
to
old.
shut up. Don't defend Bieber. I know you're a fucking believer. Look, do not.
I don't give a shit about
Was he
Justin
born
Bieber
in
doing-
Maine? Was this
he
the other person that was born in Maine
12
that
years
fucking
old?
made it successful?
You grew up in Frederick.
13 fucking people.
Where'd you grow up, San Padre?
Florence, Texas.
I'm guessing there was some much worse racial jokes being batted around
Don't-
between 10 and 13 years old and wherever the fuck that was.
You should have referenced Florence, because that's a way worse place.
So if you suddenly became a millionaire when you were 12 years old and people were shoving cameras in your face, you might have done something like that. So let's give Bieber a somewhat of a break.
Jesus. I knew if somebody was
All right.
going to defend him, it would be fucking Craig.
Well, I am the smartest person here, so yes, that does make sense.
That's fucking bold.
How dare you?
Dare you?
But yeah, the idea of Germany being like, America,
You're fucking up.
there's
up,
still
Wise.
survivors from the Holocaust, so maybe you shut the fuck up,
Let those
Germany.
people die so they don't remember.
I have heard that Germany goes like so hard in the paint on racism now because they
Yeah.
know like
yeah.
they did
Because they
like,
fucked up in the past.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's hilarious is I actually saw this meme on Facebook the other day, and I couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes. And it was there was an article. It was a news article saying it was Turkey, Iran, and Syria are all celebrating in the streets, and they had like video of it celebrating in the streets because America is like divided and we're like burning our cities down,
Sure
and shit
are.
like that.
We sure are.
So there was somebody that
Civil
replied.
War 2020.
Yeah. Somebody replied with a comment to it saying, "Hey, look, just because we're having a fucking family argument doesn't mean we won't come over there and stomp your ass. If you don't shut the fuck up." So it's probably
And
not
a new Toby Keith single was launched. Just because we're having a family argument doesn't mean we won't put a boot in your ass or whatever that fucking
It was fucking
movie.
hilarious.
Don't you
though.
make fun of? He rallied a country. In a hard time, and in our nation's, he was a gosh danged a musical hero.
Yeah.
You take that back. That's going.
I'm more of a Dixie Chicks fan myself.
Oh Jesus! Oh, throw a sandal at Bush again, you fucking loser! Oh, you fucking pansy.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding, Frank. I didn't mean to say
Poor
that.
Altstadt Brewery, they got derailed today.
Yeah.
But hey, there's more pressing issues.
Bunch of weird Germans.
We had a great conversation while drinking their delicious beer.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like I said, it ain't no Budweiser, but it's pretty. It's pretty good.
That's not surprising.
pretty good.
What he said.
Well, that's our beer review, guys. Have a sip of
Man.
Hefeweizen and become a racist.
How about how about that comedy show you guys had yesterday? Huh? That was.
Oh man, dude, it was great, bro. Yeah, I love that.
What do you got coming up? You say we got that show that we did last night. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What do we got? We got anything coming up? after that?
After that, we've got we're setting up a few shows. Nothing has been like solidified, but I know there's a lot of bars are really excited about hosting comedy again.
Yeah.
But everybody that I've talked to has been like real, like, hey, we want to see where the second wave is doing or what's happening or yada, yada, yada. And so like a lot of places are open, but the places just the 4 or 5 bars that I know that we can do comedy at are just, they're holding out, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people took time to rebuild the establishments and stuff, so we're kind of waiting on some of those.
I think I know of
Shannon Muckridge called me about it.
I know of one open mic happening in this area, and hopefully once that one happens and it goes well, which I'm sure it will,
of course,
other things will start happening. So
so ready for that, man.
Really happy that that's going to be happening.
Rampant. To the comedy community. I mean, if we don't have our outlet, we don't have a way to talk, we don't have a way to fucking express ourselves.
No, I mean, you're already expressing yourself with that fucking awful mullet, but
right.
I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about.
Something delicious.
People only will think I'm a guy with mullet and Crocs, and I
got so much more to me. It goes so much deeper.
There's so much more. I also wear shitty Hawaiian shirts, so I mean,
motherfucker, they're nice Hawaiian shirts. This is silk, bro. This is silk.
That is not silk.
How many mullets do you see wear Hawaiian shirts? Look, I'm the classiest dressed mullet you'll ever
all of them. All of the mullets I see wearing Hawaiian shirts at some point.
It's actually pretty true. Alan Jackson wears a lot of Blake Shelton.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
I don't like to stray outside.
How many mullets do you see punching women in the face? Well, I guess all of them.
If they're a little mouthy, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Got to wear that Hawaiian shirt.
I'm joking. I don't. I think all
next to the trailer, right?
Public abuse spousal abuse is very terrible. You should never beat women.
Well, we really hope you.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying, Dean.
Well, I made a joke, so I feel like I need to clear that air.
Say it. I think we already sussed out on your podcast when I was in there that Dean Stanfield, known racist. I can't remember what the comment was.
No, you said.
Now
he's
the guy
also
from Maine. Abuser.
Now the guy from Maine. You're from Maine. Just had a 70-year-old, but no blacks.
Next.
That's from your people. I heard that was your next door neighbor and used to hang out and he used to babysit you. That's the information I just got.
He used to babysit me?
I just heard that he just got to babysit you.
No, they didn't let Vietnam veterans babysit me.
You want your kid to go on an acid trip? Well, hey, I got the babysitter for you.
No 70-year-old racist Vietnam veteran babysitters in my past.
We might as well, since we're basically roasting the shit out of Dean on this podcast.
Are we gonna go with our?
I literally
this is actually technically our second award that we're giving out.
It could be the second award that we're giving out. We have an award to give out. We teased this early on. But we are giving out.
You fucking idiot, piece of shit.
Who's the winner of our Golden Boner Award?
Well, let's explain the award first.
The Golden Boner.
We figure this is the GFY, meaning Go Fuck Yourself Social Club. We would give out an award for the person, this show comes out on Monday, so it'd be the beginning of the week. The person in the last week who thought most deserved to go fuck themselves.
Right.
This week, it is
Ray
Cicerelli, this fucking idiot who part-time NASCAR truck driver. Didn't even know you could do that. Didn't even know you could do that.
It's a giant event.
Yeah.
Now, does he drive the trucks hauling the cars? Is that what it is? Or
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe. When he's not at Home Depot, he's driving trucks on dirt tracks like some fucking loser. Anyways, this guy, when NASCAR came out and said no more Confederate flags, and let's just be real clear about this, NASCAR said enough with the Confederate flags. NASCAR said enough with the fucking Confederate flags. All right, enough of these goddamn participation trophies for these fucking losers in the South. Yeah, I'm talking about your great-grandfathers if they fought for the South. Fuck them. They're losers. Suck my dick. Bow down to the Yankees because we kicked your ass. All right? Get rid of those fucking flags.
This is really hard
all right?
I know. This is really hard for you right now.
Yeah, I know. Dean's really, really upset. But, hey, truth hurts. And
it does. Look, we came over from
NASCAR
Ireland
is coming out and saying, like, yeah, probably we should pump the brakes on the Confederate flag. This guy's like, well, nope, if that's your stance, I'm just going to retire. And then NASCAR was like, wait, who the fuck are you? Are you like a janitor at one of the tracks? No, you just. This guy looks like, all right. Ray Cicerelli looks like if racism and domestic abuse was a person, it would be Ray Cicerelli.
What did he do? What did he physically do?
He didn't. He just retired. But he said, well, if you can't have a Confederate flag anymore, he's like, I don't like the direction this is going. People can't. And then he made those bullshit comments about how he's not racist. He just, it's the history, and it's like, yeah, it's the history of a bunch of traitorous pussies who lost to the North in a war.
Getting a little out of bounds.
I'm guessing after this episode, we're gonna go from 200 likes down to about 3.
Yeah.
But whatever, I'm gonna blast this in the North, the land of the winners.
That's the hard part about that conversation, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
they won.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fucking way long podcast.
Not really. No, the podcast is like,
the
hey, remember
history of the Civil War?
Hey, remember that Civil War when the North kicked the South's ass?
Okay, they didn't
Yeah.
kick their asses. We wore them down pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Ever heard of Joshua Chamberlain and the 20th Maine, son?
Or Robert E. Lee? Like, that motherfucker went through the whole Civil War.
Man, heard of that guy?
And-
You heard of that guy when they ripped all his statues down the last couple weeks? That fucking loser. Robert E. Lee.
He's from the North. He was actually from the North.
Yeah, well,
You're a
cool.
lying dog
He fought
face
for the
pony.
South.
It's hard
so-
to fight. It's
Beat it.
fuck up.
Ever heard of Grant or Sherman? Yeah, he burned down most of your stuff. Wow, okay, that might have been too much.
My favorite part of the story, though,
Kinda
is
went far
the actual headline itself. That was the best part. That was the best part about this guy.
The driver allegedly quitting over NASCAR's Confederate flag ban has raced 0 laps in 2020.
Well, that's also because nobody fucking raced in 2020. The season's over.
He ran 0. No, they started.
That's like
run this year.
That's like anyone in Austin coming out
When
and
that
saying,
came out, it did?
Yeah, he's run. The NASCAR has been running since February, and they ran a few events, and then COVID hit, and then they had to shut down the rest of their season like everybody
Okay,
else.
yeah.
That's
But-
like me
but-
coming out and saying,
I was about to say,
I'm boycotting the Comedy Store in LA because they don't like me. It's the same. Who gives a fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't run. There was like 3 races total that were
Yeah,
run, right?
He ran 0 laps.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because he's that good.
And he also races trucks. He's in the truck
Have
series.
you ever seen that? Okay, I need you to watch like 10 minutes of those races and tell me the funniest part
And
of NASCAR.
tell me it's the most boring thing I've ever
Listen,
seen.
if you've ever
Done.
been to a NASCAR race, it is going
I
to
have,
the event.
actually.
I've been
is a
I've been to Loudon. And
blast.
Yeah, so have I.
it's a party. It's a fun party, but
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't pay me to watch that whole fucking race.
No, there's no way. It's like I don't watch all of basketball. I watch the first 10 minutes. I watch the last 10 minutes.
Kind of like baseball too. It's hard to watch
Yeah.
a full baseball game too.
I don't want to watch a
Yeah, but
pitching
if I
game.
pay $100 to go to Fenway, I'm going to watch the game.
Yeah, the majority.
Yeah, surely.
Of it.
I could pay.
gonna talk to your
someone
friends
could pay
a
me
lot.
$2,000, and I still wouldn't be able to watch.
You would
a whole
talk to other
NASCAR
people
race.
a lot.
Right.
I don't have a lot of friends. Oh, here they come again. They're making
let's
a
be
left turn.
honest, everybody
They're making a
just
left
wants to
turn.
watch
One of them
the
might make a right turn. One of them might make a right turn. Ooh, they made a
You
right
put
turn.
me in a car after
Fucking
4
did.
beers and I immediately fall asleep. You make me watch cars go around a
Yeah.
track after 18 beers.
Yeah.
It's going to be sleepy time real quick.
Why don't what would be awesome? Maybe Altstadt Brewery can sponsor this, where we can actually do a drinking and driving rally. But
I've already
like
done,
a NASCAR thing?
I've already done 3 of those and been caught. So I'm out. I'm tapping out on that one.
I say they do 10 laps, they chug half a bottle of Jack Daniels. Get back out there. And the first person to actually fucking finish.
Dude, if you were like, if you had like padded
I mean,
cars,
I'm not gonna lie,
the
that
cars
would
could
be
only go
amazing.
15 miles an hour.
No, fuck that.
Like-
No, they need to go
No,
100
miles an hour. We just put people in them that we don't give a fuck about. Yeah.
Well, we're all driving those Teslas that go 0 to 60 in
What if it was just like convicted
0.36
felons?
seconds.
I don't know.
And we all have to listen to the Joe Rogan Experience while we're driving around the track, talking about how awesome Teslas are.
Hey, just like
Hammered.
wait.
That'd be the great.
That'd be awesome. That'd be such a good. I'd watch that.
I'd
shit.
watch the shit out of that.
And when we go to a pit stop to have our tires changed while listening, we have
Yep.
to smoke DMT.
Yes.
And then
Oh,
continue to go
Jesus.
out. Yeah.
I was thinking like a
wow,
bowl of weed.
new sport. I just invented it. Calling copyright.
Whatever. It's what we
There it
needed.
is.
Never know we needed it until COVID happened, but
Yeah.
now that COVID happened, that's what we need.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's awesome. We got our Golden Boner Award, our first ever Golden Boner Award.
Ray Cicerelli.
You win.
You fucking idiot, piece of shit.
Well, that's our show, guys.
Is that it?
Is that
That's
it?
our show,
That's
man.
our show. I think
We have gone 50 minutes. 50 minutes.
Hell yeah.
50
Dude, that's
fucking minutes.
impressive.
It flew right by, man.
It did.
Flew right by. We hope you guys enjoyed.
Really appreciate y'all for having me
by
on.
like fucking Dean's mullet hanging out the window of a moving car.
Hell yeah, baby. Moving
the
truck.
breeze.
Look
In the breeze.
at me. Look at me. Do I look like I drive a car? I don't drive a car like you. Pussy.
Oh, so you don't drive at all?
At all. You don't have a car. That's even worse.
That's like you saying.
I love you, Craig. I love you, Craig. I
That's
love
like
you,
Dean
Craig. I
saying,
love you.
"Craig, I don't tell jokes like you," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, funny ones."
I don't. I wish I did. I look up to you, man. It's the best way for comeback.
Plug your socials again, man. Plug your social media.
All right,
Your social media.
Mullet and Croc Guy
Yep.
on Instagram. I'm on Facebook as Dean Allen Stanfield.
Yep.
And then on YouTube, you can find my two podcasts.
Nice.
I've got Big Smiles. That's with Parker Benton.
Yep.
And then I have Pack in a Can, where I interview comedians and local comedians in Austin. And
Sweet.
it's been the one that's been pretty popping off lately. So
It's really fun. Any comics listening, if you ask you to do it. It's a lot
Do
of
it.
fun. Or watch them.
Absolutely.
They're a lot of fun. They really are.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, and that's where you can find me. That's
Awesome,
pretty much the
man.
only place.
And
Or
we
you can
will
find me at any
post
trailer
all
park.
of Dean's. We will
Social
post
media.
all those links on our website. We'll also post the link to the video of my boys back in Maine. We will not be posting any videos of the fucking idiot from New Hampshire who thinks he's a rapper.
No.
Or the guy who made the tiny chess set.
Because you are
people are
fucking
fucking idiots.
useless.
Because go fuck yourself. Also, Ray Cicerelli, fuck you loser.
Shit.
Go fuck yourself. You get that Golden
Fuck
Boner
you,
Award.
dickhead.
Yep, exactly. And
Awesome.
I think that's it.
That's it,
That's
man.
it.
Well, like we always like to say, if you did enjoy your time here tonight on the in the club, it'd be really cool if you hit like, subscribe.
200 likes. Let's get it up. Let's
Fuck yeah.
Let's go big. Let's go before next Sunday. Let's go for 500 likes, guys.
Let's get there.
Let's do 500.
Can we
before
do it?
next Sunday?
I think we can do it.
I think we can.
I wish
really
they
do.
had
I
computers
really do.
in the trailer park, and I would tell everyone, but then they don't have any. So
No, they don't. They can't afford that shit. Well, if you do need to find us on social media, it's very easy. It's at GFY Social Club, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube channel, GFY Social Club. As per usual, you can hear us twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. New episodes drop.
Bye-bye.
We really appreciate you hanging out with us.
hell yeah, brother.
And we'll talk to you on Thursday night. So long, gay boys.
So long.